Welcome back to the review for Unit 6, Tattleware. So in the previous section, we talked about Tattleware, which is surveillance software that companies are using to monitor their employees who are working from home. And legally speaking, this is the prerogative of the companies, so they can do what they want to monitor their employees.
Surveillance.
Surveillance.
Prerogative.
Prerogative. But employees are not often happy about this kind of thing. They think that the companies are spying on them and invading their privacy. And it is, it's their home, so it's different from being in a working environment. So it has become kind of a contentious issue between employees and employers. And it can have good and bad effects. So employees who were once very motivated and they really enjoyed their jobs, they thought it was, a good company to work for, and working from home, that's great. They can have a little extra freedom, take an extra coffee break, as long as they finish what they're doing. But now they feel they're being spied on. And so they might become a little bit less motivated. They might become clock watchers.
Clock watcher.
Clock watcher. Someone who's clocking in at 9 o'clock and clocking out at 5 o'clock, and they're not really motivated to do the extra work that they might have done voluntarily before. So that's an issue. But on the other hand, some workers, some employees, were always being monitored. So in customer service, when you call somebody to help you on the phone of a bank or a product, they always say at the beginning of the call, this call is being recorded. So they're used to being monitored in these ways, and they don't really see necessarily an issue with this kind of thing.
Right.
So do you think that it's acceptable for employees to send personal emails or messages, do personal things while they're at work?
In most areas of business, I think it can be acceptable, depending on obviously if they have completed certain tasks or done, a portion of their work. If they're only just on Facebook or Instagram scrolling and messaging, then obviously that's distracting, and they're not doing any work. But in many cases, sometimes they have many minutes or hours free of different days, and you don't have a project to consume all of your time. Now, for teachers, on the other hand, you shouldn't be on your phone in the middle of class.
The middle of class is a bad thing.
You should not. You shouldn't be checking if the Kakao message pops up or something. You wait till the end. You don't even look at it. Even if you're working at home, on Skype or Zoom, they don't see your hands in the monitor, but you shouldn't ever be distracted.
It's better to be there and paying attention and listening to your students.
Exactly.
And I think that's true of most customer service jobs. So if you're working in a restaurant or working in a store, it always seems really unprofessional when the person is sitting there on their phone and not paying attention to the customers.
Right.
But in an office job, sometimes you can take a minute or two to write a personal email or reply to a message.
Yeah, and they got more loose coffee breaks. Teachers don't have the loose coffee breaks.
Right. So do you think that employers have the right to monitor these messages that you're sending privately?
If you're using a company computer, sure.
Right.
They can have whatever software on there. If you're on your personal computer, I'm pretty adamant of a no.
Okay, yeah. I think that definitely if you're sending personal messages, you should be doing it with your own, smartphone or tablet or whatever, rather than using company computers to do that. But if you're at home, that kind of blurs the distinction because you're always on your personal computer. So it becomes a little more difficult to separate the work from the private. And that's all for the review section. See you in the next video.